All right, guys, welcome back to GotGameTesters. Sorry about the hiatus last week. We had kind of a little mix-up on games, but you know what? We're good to go. We have plenty of games for you on the way. The one today is actually right on Kickstarter as we speak. It's got a few days left. It's called Ortus. It's a martial arts elemental game for 2 players. It's by a man named Joost, I think. Joost Host, I don't know. I don't really know how to speak German, but his name is right here for you, okay? Can't really pronounce it, and I'm not going to do it justice. Sorry about that, buddy. But go ahead and check it out, guys, and let's go ahead and check out the game. Okay, so this is the game Ortus. As you can see, it's a nice, beautiful board, but of course this is just a prototype. So these aren't going to be the exact pieces that you see. I think they're going to be more like meeples with hats on their heads as opposed to this pawn-looking type piece. It's a 2-player game. It plays from 30 to 45 minutes. Not a huge deal. Definitely a lot of analysis paralysis. So if you've got that problem, you definitely have a longer game. So the goal of the game is to do one of 2 things. Either you're going to try to get this piece here called the guide and try to get him to the center, or you need to control 5 different energy wells by this game. Now at the beginning of the game you can set up your pieces however you choose in what is called the haven down here. This is kind of like the safe zone. You can't be attacked, nor can someone attack you from there. Each of these pieces, you can play one of 2 different ways. You can say the apprentice version, which is basically you have 2 different types of attack. You have ranged and you have hand-to-hand, and it's pretty simple. Everyone moves about the same, and that's how you basically play the game. That's for a family-friendly version. If you want to take it up a notch, and they say to do it slowly, so each and every game you add a different rule to these pieces, but each one of these pieces here have different abilities. So for example, this yellow guy, they say he's the easiest because instead of moving 1 space each, he can now fly across because he understands the martial arts of the wind. And like this guy, he's blue, so he can attack everyone around him because he understands tidal waves, the martial arts of water, and so on. And so each piece has something unique, and more than just one unique thing, and that really adds variety to the game. Can't keep these pieces on the board. Anyway, so that's one thing, and so everyone's going to come out and try to attack each other. But what you're going to do is, if you see on the sides here, these aren't point tracks, these are energy tracks. And the energy track is everything in this game. You start off with 14 every turn, unless you control energy wells, which will give you more accordingly. But each energy that you use is either is used for movement and for attacking. It's everything in this game. So you really have to concentrate and focus on how much energy you're going to use for the movements of the pieces on the board, because everyone's using the same shared pool of energy. And you also need to remember that this energy is also for defense, so you've got to leave some extra just in case your opponent is going to attack you. So in this game, as you attack people, like let's say these guys go to hand-to-hand and this guy gets knocked off, well, he gets knocked off the board and he'll come back next turn, no problem, up here at the safe haven. But not only that, but your guide comes out, and so every time that you knock over an opponent, your guide is going to move 1 space closer to the core, which is this thing in the middle, and so whoever can get their guide to the middle wins. Again, like I said, if you control 5 of the different energy wells, then you can win as well. And it's kind of a 50-50 as far as I'm concerned. I know the designer thinks that it happens more one way or the other, but personally, it kind of happens like one person will, if it's a longer game, it's probably going to end up being the guide getting to the center, and which I really, really enjoy because of the fact that it's more like a ticking time bomb, so it doesn't drag the game on, and you guys are just battling back and forth for these energy wells. Each one has a special power, which is great, and the guide thing is a great mechanism. There are also some other variants just in case you do want a shorter game. For example, they say if you have a chess clock or a timer on your phone or something, that you're only allowed so many seconds or so many minutes per turn, so to think it over. And so that'll speed the game up significantly, because most of this game is just sitting there and thinking, and then you make one move after another. Definitely a great 2-player game. And if there's also, on the other side, there's a second side to the board, just in case you want to change up the energy wells a little bit, and also the safe haven's a little different down here as well. Okay, and so that's basically it. So today I got Zach Marcello with me as my co-host today. And say hi, Zach.
Hey world, happy to be here.
Good, glad. So Zach, why don't you go ahead and give us your initial opinions about Ortus?
Okay, I honestly really enjoyed playing this game. I liked it a lot. I feel like it was chess meets Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was just super fun. I feel like there's a lot of strategy. I'm a big fan of strategy games myself, but it moved quick. I mean, there was a little bit of analysis paralysis at times, especially on my part. I kind of like to think things through sometimes.
Yeah.
but I feel like overall we spent like top 5 turns each, like before the end of the game.
Yeah, that's true. It still took about 30 to 45 minutes, so they got a good time on that. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a pretty quick game, and I think. I really liked fighting for the wells. You liked killing me a lot and then just rushing for the core. So there's a lot of replayability, I think, and just different ways to tackle the game. I think you get a lot of bang for your buck because it's like buying 2 games in one with the apprentice rules and the master rules.
Yeah, that's something I like too about that was the fact that there's like a family-friendly version and then there's the gamer version of it. And obviously the family-friendly version is going to take a lot less time. It's a lot easier to make decisions and things like that. You're not worrying about placement of everything. But the gamer version, the master version, if you will, that definitely adds a whole new level to strategy because you're thinking like, you can't. It's hard to utilize every single guy that you have on the board. Yeah. If you can do it, then you're definitely going to win. But the fact that they have the multiple different ways of winning, I like that too. I do wish, however, that they had a more detailed pieces to it, and that. But you know what? That's just basically prototyping the. I know they're thinking about making them into meeples with hats and such, but it would be pretty cool if they can get actual plastic models.
Oh yeah.
That have the. So it's a lot easier to distinguish between the 4 different guys. I mean, the color's nice and that's easy, but if they had even more distinct figures, that would be a lot better.
I mean, if I had some like red dragons they got the double dragon attack. Like, I want some dragons. I think that'd be way cool. But maybe we're just being picky.
Yeah, we can be picky. That's
okay,
fine.
we can be picky.
That's all right. Anyway, so is there anything that you would like to see different, Zach, about the game?
I think I still need to play through all the variants, but sometimes I think just rushing to the core kind of made it a really quick game. I kind of like vying for those energy wells, and I kind of would have liked maybe to make it a little bit longer so it could really flesh out and use all the pieces to their full potential.
Yeah, that's a good point. I personally really like that mechanic. That's just me though. Like the fact that it moves the game along because sometimes you can get stuck. But as far as a 2-player game is concerned, definitely enjoy a lot more than a lot of the 2-player games that are out there. I know. So, but again, this is going to be a specific type of flavor to people. Unfortunately, on the Kickstarter right now, we're just barely getting the game, and we threw up a video as fast as we could. But the game is, only has a few more days on Kickstarter, and you know what? It's not looking good. It's only about 50% of the way there, but it is really a solid game. Am I right? I mean,
I love it. I would buy it.
Yeah, definitely, and I would too. I would definitely have backed it. But it's really sad because it's hard to explain the fact that it's it's too late now. But we really enjoyed the game. Hopefully they'll do a relaunch on their Kickstarter. I'm pretty sure they will. So there's no worries there. So obviously, you've already kind of expressed your opinion, but go ahead and tell us, Zach. Does Ortus got game?
Oh, Ortus has got game. It has got game. I loved playing it. I'd play it again.
Yeah, I could play this as an easy, kind of filler game between 2 people when they're waiting. I mean, it's not as light as others. It does take 30 to 45 minutes, but you can definitely speed it up. I think it's got game. Solid game. Good job to Jost, or I can't say a German name worth beans, but his name. Good job to that designer.
Yeah.
Anyway, then that's Ortus for you. Thanks for coming on the show, Zach.
Hey, I was happy to be here.
Well, that was Ortus for you. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know I have, and Zach did too. This was a great game. Don't forget to check it out on Kickstarter. It's probably not going to get backed, and we're really sad, but I know it's going to get relaunched. I just have faith in it. So go ahead, check it out, and write the designer. Tell him to relaunch it because you want to play the game. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already down below, and give us a like too if you like the game or if you're interested at all, and let the designer know that his game is actually interesting. Lastly, go ahead and check out our website at GotGameTesters.com. We finally have the website up. There was a little problem earlier. It's still technically considered beta, but that's not going to be an issue. Just go ahead and straight to the website. You can contact us there if you have any questions or if you want to give us your game or if you'd like to see a specific type of game come out. Lastly, we have a new Facebook group. It's called Playtest HQ. It's on Facebook, and it allows you guys to be playtesters as well. So we're not the only ones being the playtesters. So go ahead, check it out, and if you're a designer, you can post your games there as well. If you just want anything and everything to do with board gaming, you can go ahead and post it. We're totally open for you guys to check it out. And go ahead and give us a like down below, all right? We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching GotGameTesters.